Jai Shri Ram. The topic for discussion today is from Ramayana, and there are rumors that Lord Ram ate meat while he was in exile, Vanavas. So we will discuss on this and we will try to find out the fact for this particular myth from the Valmiki Ramayana. So, so many people say that Lord Ram ate meat when he was in when he was in Ayodhya, and while going for Vanavas, he promised his mother that he would have to sacrifice his tasty meat dishes, as they people they quote from Ayodhya Kand, chapter number 20, 26, and 94 from the Valmiki Ramayana. So this is a myth that, and today we will try to figure out and find out what is the fact. So people also say that if Ram had to sacrifice his tasty dishes, meat dishes, it means that he had meat. And if Ram can have meat, why can't we? That is the logic they give. Also, there is one more myth that Mother Sita asked Ram to kill deer, the buck. So what would she do with dead buck? She wanted to eat meat of the buck. They give this type of logics. So let's try to find out. Before that, we will just pay our obeisance to respected Sri Ram. Om Shantakaram Bhujakshanam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gagan Sadrisham Egvan Shubhangam Lakshmikant Kamalnayan Yogir Vidyanam Gamyam Vande Vishnu Bhavarsa Lokaikanathan Ramaya Ramnadraya Ramchandraya Vetse Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Patiye Namaha. Shri Ram Ram Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranam Tatulyam Ram Nam Varanani. Jai Shri Ram. So, to find out the fact from the Valmiki Ramayana, in fact, the original narration of Ramayana is the Valmiki Ramayana, and it has total of 536 chapters and over 24,000 verses. That is arranged into 6 kands. Kands means, you can say books or scanto and all that. So there are 6 kands, and there are only 2 references to meat, and there are over 100 references to vegetarian diet. They will not talk about it. They will only talk about the 2 references that mention about the meat. The Ayodhya Kand chapter number 22 describes Mother Kaushalya's grievous lamentation on hearing from son Ram that he has been banished to the forest. So upon hearing that Ram is going to the forest for 14 years. So she was grievous. She was lamenting. And that time, Lord Ram says in the verse 29, Chaturdasha hi varshani vatsyami vijne vane madhumula falai jivan hitva munivad vane amisham. Means, I shall live in a solitary forest like a sage for 14 years, avoiding meat and rajasic dishes, and living with roots, fruits and honey. This is the meaning of verse 29. Next, what he says, Kushachir ajindharam falmool ashnam chamam vidhi pranihitam dharme tapasam van gocharam. Means, know me as under a vow promise to be an ascetic. He is promising that I will live ascetic life, wearing the robes of bark and deer skin, and by piety. I am determined to live in the forest by eating roots and fruits only. This is what Lord Rama says. So the word amisham, which is mentioned in the verses number 29, that means meat eating, accepted. And hitva means avoiding, living off, avoiding, disregarding. So this shloka means that traditionally in Vedic culture, when a son leaves home to go to a distant land, he reassures his parents that he would abide by strict moral codes and never deviate from the religious principles. So that was traditionally there. Whenever a son is going out, or let's say distant land, they used to promise to their parents. For example, as a student, when a student is going to a hostel for studies, they also promise, right, that I will not smoke, I will not drink, I will not do any gambling and this sort of things. That does not mean that this particular student is already doing all these things, and he will not do when he goes to the hostel. The same way, similarly, it is in this mood that Lord Ram assures mother that he would not stoop low and will start doing all those things. So he is promising that I will not deviate from the religious principles, like the student promise while going to the hostel. However, there are no reference to any meat eating or otherwise in any verses of this chapter. Moreover, in almost all the verses of chapter 94, Lord Ram glorifies the various fruits, trees and flowers at the forest of Chitrakoot with absolutely no reference to any meat eating. So we must understand, Lord Ram came on the earth. The God, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, incarnated or came on the earth as Lord Ram to protect the Brahmana, cows and yagna. So it is like, Lord Ram was not an ordinary human. He was not like an ordinary Kshatriya that he is going to a forest and he will start doing all this. He is Supreme Personality of Godhead, and all creation is like his child for him. And he did not appear on the earth for eating, and he doesn't need to eat. Even to survive on the earth, he doesn't need to eat. There are references for Krishna as well, that he doesn't need to eat. And he will not wield bow and arrow to kill his own creation. First of all, he wielded bow and arrow only for the destruction of demons. And that too, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, like Lord Ram or Krishna, they do not have to come to the earth to kill the demon or anything like that. He can do that from their abode only, from Brahmlok or Golok Dham only he can do. But Lord Ram came on the earth to give the pleasure to his devotees. And devotees can be anyone, human, animal, everybody. So he went to the forest to give the pleasure to the devotee, like Rishi Munis. There are so many forest animals. They were waiting for him to get liberation. So we have to understand the difference of a prophet or a messenger and Lord Ram or Krishna. Lord Ram is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So he came on the earth. He was a Vaishnav. So not only Lord Ram, his devotees as well, they do not eat meat. Neither they have onion and garlic. So there is no question. And when the Lord Ram went to the forest, he completely observed ascetic life. He did not even wear Rajasic clothes or even shoes. He wore Valkal and Khadao and used to sleep on Kusha grass. And even when there is one more reference is there, that when Hanumanji went to Lanka, he assures Mother Sita that Lord Ram would cross over ocean and defeat Ravan. And he reveals that although Lord Ram is in great sorrow of separation from Mother Sita, he hasn't fallen down to intoxicants or meat eating or anything as such. Even there are references in the Ramacharita Manas about fruit eating or in that Mata Kausalya says that Pituvan Dev Matuvan Devi Khag Mrig Charan Saroruh Sevi, which means one god will be like your father, and one goddess deity, you can say one deity or one goddess will be like mother, and forest animals will be serving your lotus feet. That is what Mother Kausalya says. And later on, when Ramji was convincing Mata Sita not to go to the forest, he used to say that you have to survive only on fruits and roots, honey and all these things. So in that reference, Mata Sita says that Kandamool phal ami aharu. Kandamool phal ami aharu, which means fruits and roots will be like nectar dishes. So Lord Ram or Mata Sita never talks about eating flesh because animals are their creation. Lord Ram considered them as his children. Because even in the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, Mamai vansho jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana, which means the jiva or a pran which is there, he or she is my own part and parcel. However, I have seen one word is that in Sanskrit that the mamsa. Mamsa has another meaning than meat. It's the flesh of a fruit. There is a story that I have heard that in Srirangam in Tamil Nadu, there is a Ranganath temple. So priests always offer mango to the Lord and chant the prayer that iti amra mamsa khand samarpyami, which means I offer mango. Mamsa here means mango flesh for the Lord to eat. Thus, even if there are occasional references to mamsa, we should know they refer to fruit pulp, not any animal flesh or anything. So this is completely a myth, and they spread rumor against our culture to demean. So that is the fact that we have come out from the Valmiki Ramayana. So I will stop this today, and I will bring some more story and from Ramayana, Mahabharata, Bhagavad Gita. Till then, thank you so much for listening to me, and please subscribe and like. Thank you. Jai Shri Ram, Jai Shri Krishna.